new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
This is Paul Feinbaum. That'll do it for me today. Coming up next, The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
From the University of Alabama, this is Crimson Tide Today. It's daily update on Bama sports and it's brought to you by The Good Feet Store. Start your journey today at goodfeet.com. Hello again, everybody. I'm Roger Hoover. Here are thoughts from Alabama men's basketball head coach Nate Oates following Wednesday's loss at Vanderbilt.
No, we weren't good enough tonight. We started out turning the ball over too much, got down early. I think got down 13 right out of the gate. Then we fought back, and then we didn't have enough to close in the second half. We got that 4-point lead, and then we took some bad shots, so we didn't get good enough possessions on defense, and then we fouled way too much tonight. They shot 50 free throws. We didn't convert. When we got to the line, we got guys that are good shooters that aren't converting at the line like they need to. So we didn't deserve to win that one. We did have some bright spots. I thought London Taylor gave us a lot more what we need, but 9 assists, 13 turnovers. Our guards didn't move the ball like they needed to tonight, and they didn't guard the ball either. Yeah. Like they gave up blow by after blow by after blow by.
I'll have more in a moment.
This is Christian Miller for the Good Feet Store. I know from playing football at Alabama and in the NFL that if you have foot, knee, hip, or back pain, it can be a huge challenge. The Good Feet Store is designed to personally fit you with arch supports that alleviate and even eliminate your pain altogether. Try them before you buy them. They're in your free, no obligation, personalized fitting, and you can wear them home the same day. So if you're looking to improve your game, the Good Feet Store has you covered. Stop in for a free, personalized fitting today. Roll to victory at goodfeet.com. That's goodfeet.com. Roll Tide.
If you missed any of our interviews this week from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, catch them on demand on the Alabama Insider podcast, as well as video replays available on the CTSN YouTube page. Crimson Tide Today is brought to you by The Good Feet Store. Crimson Tide Today is a production of the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
You'll love the expanded wine selection at Liquor Express. From special occasion to everyday table wines, they've got what you need. Meet your friends at the largest tap wall in Alabama with 105 rotating selections. Then take home a growler full of your favorite or choose from our 1,000 canned or bottled beers. Need help stocking your bar or planning your party? Liquor Express has a knowledgeable, professional in-house staff that can assist you with anything from your bar to the planning of your special event. Visit liquorexpress.net for tasting specials, giveaways, and classes.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at the service department at Woody Anderson Ford. When you need service on your vehicle, whether it's a Ford or any other make, you want to get into Woody Anderson Ford, where their expert service technicians will get it diagnosed and repaired right away, the right way. And while you are there, check out all the new and pre-owned vehicles at Woody Anderson as well. They are ready to make you the best deal possible. Visit Woody Anderson Ford today.
Woody Anderson Ford on Jordan Lane in Huntsville, Hughes Road in Madison, and online at woodyAndersonFord.com.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Weekdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Only on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Welcome to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. 256-576-4977.
That's how I roll. And I'm not going to drink and drive anymore.
That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Wes and Steve.
Got a shortened show here today, walking you up to the other semifinal game tonight, the All Big Ten semifinal from ESPN Radio starts in 1 hour's time. Wes is traveling today as he is coming back from a chilly desert that saw a total of 3 points scored in the third quarter, those by the U, and then a total of 25 points scored in the fourth quarter. What a crazy fourth quarter it was. And yeah, I think we can all agree. I even think U fans would agree above any other fan base. They know what a pass interference call is and is not. That was pass interference. Wasn't called. U wins. I'm not saying the U didn't deserve to win. I thought, well,
second day, I don't have the theme from the Three Stooges queued up.
Well, rather than take my word for it, yeah, Jerry Glanville is joining us. Yeah.
I might fall from a tall building. I might roll a brand new car.
Coach Glanville. This is twice in the first week of 2026. How are you, sir?
I just can't tell you. I was watching that game, and I've been studying the two games, tonight's game and this Miami game.
Okay.
And I think people were fortunate to view such a great playoff game by two teams that a lot of people thought shouldn't probably even get in the playoffs.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Here's Miami going to play for the national championship, and they came in third in the ACC.
Yeah, didn't even qualify to play for an ACC championship game. Duke was the winner there.
I know a team went undefeated and was ACC championship. They didn't even let him in the playoff.
That's right, Florida State, a couple of years ago.
It's just amazing. My take on the game is Miami never loses the thought that they're going to run the football.
That's right.
And you, I laugh because I was with a coach one time and he started screaming at the team at halftime, "We're not physical. We're not physical. We're not hitting anybody." By the way, we only had 3 runs. You don't hit people throwing the football. You're not physical when you're going frisbee ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I watch Miami. There's no way that they're not going to throw again, and bang, they bang the run right at you. And I think that's a credit to their head coach. I think the head coach has done a remarkable 3 years there. If you really go back and watch the first year, I think I'm guessing here he's maybe 5-6 or 5-7, and then comes along and causes a loss by a poor coaching decision on the second year, and bam, he's really done a good job here. And here's a guy who was out of work at one time, couldn't find a job. And the last drive, there's the people won't say, only be said on your show because we're ahead of everybody. The quarterback on the last drive throws 2 picks that they don't intercept.
That's right.
He threw a pick when he rolled out to the right and tried to throw the ball away to the right. That's the game.
Mm-hmm.
And what I tell everybody, the next play, he throws a 22-yard dig better than anybody can throw it. So why am I stressing? He lost the game with 2 terrible throws and comes back. He will not stop competing. And I think his college record is like 18-3. And that comes from competing and being with good teams.
Yeah.
But the last drive, a lot of guys would say, "Oh my God, I almost lost the game there." And he comes back the next play. It hits a 22-yard drive. And this is not a great athlete. This is not a guy that looks like Tarzan. This is a guy with a bad body and a good head.
Yeah.
And
When he was healthy at Georgia, I mean, I thought he was an elite quarterback when he was healthy at Georgia.
I don't know why Georgia turned on him so quick, other than they probably believed in Gunner.
Well, the scuttlebutt around that was the team rallied better around Gunner than they did Carson. I don't know how real that is, but at least I don't know if I believe. That's what we were being sold, Coach.
Yeah, that's a non-coaching statement that is good for somebody to listen to. I think the team better rally around who we're playing out there. They won't be there to rally around anybody. That's the way.
A lot of truth in that. A lot of truth in that.
If that left guard's not rallying around the other guy, I'll get me a new left guard.
So the other storyline I wanted to attack you with, Coach, is the death of the SEC. This is now 3 years in a row, no SEC teams playing for a national championship. Do you buy into that narrative? Do you think the heydays of the elite SEC teams are squarely in the rearview mirror?
Squarely, because, and that's why I think Saban got out. I think the portal has taken away the advantage that the SEC had over everybody before there was a portal. And now that kid that's playing at Alabama, he's playing at Indiana or Ohio State, and he
Ohio State, yeah, Julian saying, yes, sir.
And I think the portal, and I love the SEC. I still love the SEC, but the SEC no longer can control the best football players. I mean, there was a time if you wanted to transfer, you had to go to be redshirt, you had to sit out, had to do all these things. And that's what has ruined the strength of the SEC conference is the availability to get up and move in the portal.
Yeah.
And move for more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like right now, the two best teams in the portal, there's not one of the portal teams that are doing the best job is in the SEC. How about this? One's Texas Tech. Well, I shouldn't say that. Vanderbilt's doing a heck of a job.
Yeah.
So Vanderbilt may end up the power of the SEC. Now, whoever thought you'd say that unless you were talking about baseball?
Well, we're sitting here getting ready for Indiana as the number one team in college football to kick it off here in a little over an hour and a half, Coach. I mean, it's a different world altogether in college football.
I wanted to go down to the Ole Miss.
Okay.
And I thought I like Miami because I talk to that head coach every month, and I don't really talk to anybody at Ole Miss. The closest I get to Ole Miss is with West.
Mm-hmm.
But I got worried, and you gotta credit their quarterback. They had 19 passes in a row without a run.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, nobody charts stuff like I do, and I'm saying what is But the quarterback, he was on fire, and he had the trigger, and it just tells you. And you talk about the power of the SEC. Well, the quarterback was playing at Ferris State a year ago.
That's right. Yeah.
I didn't stutter. Ferris State is not in the D1.
NCAA denied his request for eligibility for next year. So he is, depending on, he's going to go through the legal side of it, whether or not he can really. But the NCAA said no, that Trinidad Chambliss is done at Ole Miss.
I know that's the statement today, but they're a toothless tiger. They've lost their right to bite. So I look for people to make appeals and push for other reactions to that. Now, I never had him down listed as a quarterback going into pro football because I thought he'd probably make more money going to Missouri, who was offering him, everything except the Tiger. So it'll be interesting to follow this. I know what Missouri's doing. He can make more money at Missouri than he can if he gets drafted.
Well, are you intrigued with this game here tonight between Oregon and Indiana? Indiana won by 10 at Oregon. Are you going to be watching the game tonight, Coach?
Oh yeah, I'll be trying to dissect it. 'Cause here's the thought for people that don't study for a living. Indiana has the first quarterback drafted. Oregon, first pick. The second pick will be the Oregon quarterback.
Yeah.
So in the NFL, you won't get to watch the number 1 pick and the number 2 pick playing each other too often. And then this will shock everybody. 5-star high school athletes, 5-star recruits, are guys that usually end up playing pro football. Well, because of Nike, you won't hear this anywhere but here. Oregon has 80% of the team are 5-stars. Indiana has 8%. And I didn't stutter. You got 8% versus 80% coming out of high school. Now things change, but that's dramatic. That tells you about Nike money. Indiana doesn't have Nike money, but why keep? Who's the guy that owns Nike? I sat down.
Phil Knight.
I sat down with Phil Knight, and he's so smart. He brought his lawyer with him from Ole Miss and a tape recorder. And anything he said was taped and written down by his lawyer.
It's smart.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you talk about a guy that's his pocket change is more than Trump's. And of course, he got to start at Nike making the shoes, off a waffle iron, the whole story. So
Yep.
They don't have to worry about. And I say, they say, how do you like Oregon? And I would always say, cash is king.
It is. It is.
And they have so many players. They have, I don't know anybody else that they have defensive linemen at Oregon. I don't know anybody else I can say this about that run 21 miles per hour, which is the only other guy I know doing that is the quarterback at Texas, Manning. They have defensive tackles that do that. That means cash is king. You can go get that guy. Where's he from? It's from some American Samoa.
Yeah.
That's where they make a living. So interesting game. I know there's an Alabama tie to Indiana. There's a little connection there. I have no connection with Oregon other than I had a lovely one-day deal with Phil Knight, and he was amazing intelligence when I talked to him. I've been one-on-one with Trump, and I've been one-on-one with Knight, and two amazing people to sit down with one-on-one.
Wow. I did want to go over to the NFL. There is I'd listened to a little bit of Rich Eisen today earlier. I know you've been a guest on his program many times, but he floated out something I wanted to get your temperature on, that he could make an argument all road teams winning this weekend in the wild card. That'd be the Rams, Packers, Bills, 49ers, Chargers, and Texans all winning, all road teams winning this weekend.
Okay, Rams, do it slow. Rams will win.
Rams at Panthers, yep.
Now, I don't know where Love is with the Packers. I know he didn't play last week. I don't know what his physical condition is. And the Packers, without Love, are pretty generic, pretty pedestrian. So they have to have a healthy Love. Okay, Bears-Packers are playing where?
Chicago. And it is Saturday. It's a night game, 7 o'clock local time. They're up in the Windy City.
Wow. See, that's interesting. What was the next game? Bills?
Bills at Jags, arguably the hottest team right now in the NFL.
I actually think the Jags quarterback has grown so much. He's now grown in. When he came out of the draft, watch what I'm going to say. The word was once in a generation. Well, you don't see that under the coaches he had. but you see it now. And I think he was handicapped by a bunch of people that couldn't help him. I love. Remember, nobody pushed the Wyoming quarterback like we did, Josh.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So far, you have not mentioned a team that doesn't have a good quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The next game was the 49ers.
49ers at Eagles. That's Purdy against Hurts.
Wow, and that's played at the Philadelphia.
It is. That is the Sunday afternoon game, 3:30 local time there in Philadelphia.
Well, it's funny. I guess I'm going to go back to the Bill Walsh. I nicknamed him the genius because he thought he was one. But he said something which was very, very honest. Because he was winning games. He could beat everybody, and you were in Atlanta. He could beat everybody but us, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And they said, what does it take to win these games on the road? You're beating all these teams on the road, Mr. Bill Walsh. What is your secret? What's your plan? Is it the way you fly in early? Is it? He goes, if you want to win on the road, take the best players. How about that?
Yeah. There was an interview I saw with Coach Saban. This was maybe about 6 months ago, and said that the longer that he coached, that he said that it really didn't matter scheme-wise. If he didn't have the guys, it didn't matter.
Yeah. And see, him and I believed something a long time ago. And I think I've heard him repeat this. This play is going to win the game. What play do you want? And the answer is, I want the ball in the best player's hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care. Don't tell me you want a Z over 22 cut Y flat.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, how about me? I was such a great play caller when you were watching me in Atlanta. I'd say, put the ball in Rice's hands now.
Yeah.
And he led the league.
Yeah. 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 So who do you like, 49ers, Eagles, Coach?
That's a tough one. I think the 49ers win ugly.
Wow.
So
there will be a new champ.
Pretty game.
Yeah.
This won't be a pretty game. The reason I like the 49ers, they get a lot of people hurt, but the results don't change.
Yeah.
They play a lot of players, but the game doesn't change unless they lose McCaffrey. Now, McCaffrey changes them more than anything.
Yeah.
We like Purdy at quarterback, but the Alabama kid, Jones, he went in there. The game didn't change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the Eagles, nobody likes the Eagles till the game's over. I mean, I don't care who you talk to. I don't like the game's over. They're ahead by 2. They won. That's who they are. I don't think their quarterback, the Alabama guy,
Hurts. Yep.
I don't think he's playing. He's not helping them unless he runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he runs, they become a better team. So if you ask me about the Eagles, they'll say, can the Eagles win? Only if the quarterback not only throws, but runs.
Yeah, definitely. Chargers at Patriots. I mean, that I know how much you like a certain quarterback there for New England in Drake May.
Well, look at the Rams quarterback and the Patriots quarterback.
Yeah.
These are the two best playing right now. But and I love the guy at the Rams because he was the Detroit guy all these years. He will throw a pick. I don't see the Pats coach throwing a pick.
Yeah, yeah,
You turn it over and you play like you're Matthew Stafford on downfield. That's pretty. And he can run. The Pats quarterback can run. Where every time Stafford runs, I pray.
My grandmother used to call them the Pates, so I still call them the Pates to this day. The Pates. And the Texans at the Steelers.
The Texans win that game. Sell your car, trade in your dog, and put down. Nobody talks about the Texans' defense.
Yeah.
It's the old Houston Oilers. It's the old Atlanta Falcons. It's the old Pittsburgh Steelers. It's dominating.
Yeah, I've been Will Anderson was someone that we followed very closely here in the state of Alabama, and if folks may not be paying too close attention to the Texans, but boy, Will Anderson is wreaking some havoc there with the Texans.
So, but I think the reason I could say all home teams will win.
Okay,
and you could say all away teams are going to win.
Yeah,
because all teams are pretty damn good.
Yeah,
and they all have a quarterback.
Yeah,
there's nobody left playing without a quarterback. All the people that didn't have a quarterback, they were on Monday fired. They call it Black Monday. It's no quarterback Monday.
Yeah. Have you gotten a call from the Falcons yet, Coach? Because
I think they lost my number.
Okay.
So I better get a hold of. I only talked to Arthur Blank one time, and guess where we sat down and talked?
Where's that?
In the Johnny Rockets. And I got a great milkshake with whipped cream and a cherry. How about that?
That is fantastic. That is. I know what you're going to be doing. A lot of what I'm going to be doing, and that is watching a whole lot of football this weekend, Coach.
Yeah, we've got good football, and we've got a chance. I think to have a exceptional. Your big players and big games have to make big plays.
Yeah.
We'll see. Do I think the Pat quarterback will do that? I do. Do I know the Ram quarterback will do that? I do. If Love plays, Love will make big plays. Will Josh Allen make it? Without question. And then you go to the Jags quarterback. Now, it's draft day.
Yeah.
He's coming out of Clemson. Quote behind his name. Once in a generation. Well, let's see it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it's there now. You like it?
We'll see. I like the Bills in that one myself, Coach. I trust Josh Allen more than I trust Sunshine, Trevor Lawrence. So, but we shall see. And I'm excited. It's always fun. This weekend and next weekend are the best weekends in the NFL.
I always love and here's the problem. Some teams aren't playing this week.
That's right. Yeah, the 2-1 seeds.
And so we win the wild card team. Never failed in my life. And then next week we're playing a team that sat out last week. They are twice as quick as we are.
Mm.
So to win that second game, you got to come over the rest of the team. That team had a rest. What's important about a rest? You get your legs back, and you're one step quicker.
Yeah. And
so watch the people that win this week, and when you turn the film on, you'll say, boy, they're looking like getting out quick. This it happens. I've coached it. I've been there. I've lived it. And you got to have something going for you to overcome that.
Coach, I always appreciate the time and the insight. You're the best. And I thank you for hopping on here.
Well, tell Wes I got a chance for 2 speaking engagements, but they won't pay me unless you 2 come with me. One's in Houston, and it's at the Papacitas downtown. You would like that.
Come on now. I'm in.
And the other one is in Charleston, South Carolina. A lot of history there.
Yep.
But don't put Wes in charge of the room. Last time he was in charge of the room,
yeah,
he had 3 in the bed and 1 bathroom.
Coach, enjoy the football. Look forward to talking with you next week.
Adios.
That is Jerry Glanville. All right, let's pull behind the curtain right here. I entered in with a plan. What did I say my out time was going to be?
You said about 18 after.
Yeah. It's 5:25.
You only missed it by 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's all. But, I mean, he was rolling right there.
Well, we're just going to let Coach go.
Yeah. And we got in the semifinals last night and tonight, wild card weekend. So coming up on the other side of our first time out here, it's now officially basketball season in the Southeastern Conference. Right. The first SEC basketball report is going to lead you up to the second semifinal game. I am actually heading over to Huntsville High School to call Huntsville Grissom.
Oh, look at that.
That's going on here tonight as well. I'll be over at Huntsville's gym. You can catch those broadcasts on the NFHS network while you enjoy Oregon, Indiana Part 2. And then tomorrow morning, we'll have, on the subject of SEC basketball, we will have SEC basketball tomorrow morning with Tennessee at Florida. That's your defending champs. Then tomorrow afternoon, a tough one last night for the Chargers, losing by 3 at Montevallo. They'll try to turn things around in the capital city against AUM. And then tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, you'll get Alabama basketball at home to Texas. You'll get Wild Card Weekend tomorrow over on Talk Radio, WZZN. That begins at 3 o'clock with the Rams at the Panthers. That's followed by the Packers and the Bears. Now, Sunday, Wild Card Weekend is right here on the Zone, beginning at 11:30. A total of 3 games, and then we'll round it out with Monday Night Football after Hey Coach. Where else would you rather be than right here? Have a great weekend.
ALCert number 21014.
As we flip the calendar to 2026, the holiday season may have